Good afternoon. My name is Jackie Erickson. I work at the Stitchin Post, and today's demo is going to be how to use your Orphan quilt blocks and turn them into potholders. Okay? So we're going to start with, we have a couple of products that I want to introduce to you. One of them is called Insulbright. This is it. And it has, well, I'm not going to open it up, but it has thermal lamp on one side, actually on both sides. You can see the metal through there. It's a heat resistant, so when you put it in your pot holders, you can actually hold onto your pots. Do not put this in the microwave. I cannot stress that enough. And when it's inside a pot holder, you actually have no idea if it's actually in there. But when you take your pot holder and you crinkle it, you can hear it crinkling in there. Do you want to come a little closer and see if you can hear that? Okay, hopefully you can hear that. Then you know what's in there. Now, some of these pot holders have just cotton on the back, and it's bright in the center, and some have this ironing board cover. We can't figure out the name for it, but some call it metallic ironing board cover. That cannot go in the microwave either. So if your pot holder has this on the back, you know not to put it in there. That's why I like to use this. But the cotton is actually very pretty too when you put cotton in there. I think these have cotton. These have cotton on the back. But you can hear the Insulbright in there. So, first thing you gotta do is to figure out what size you want your pot holder to be. I have a really small one here, but these blocks are 6-inch finished. So I added 1.5 inches to the outside of it, which actually brings it up to an 8-inch finish. So they measure 8.5 right now. So I have my 8.5-inch piece of Insulbright. And because it's so thin, I'm adding a piece of batting to that, okay? And then I have my ironing board cover that I lay on there right side up. Then we're gonna take our pot holder, or our block, and we're gonna lay it right side down. We're gonna sew this like a pillowcase and turn it inside out. Now, at this point, you may want to add, some of mine have tabs and some don't have tabs. Here's one with a tab. The little tab on the end so you can hang it. I don't hang my pot holders, but I'm going to show you how to do that in case you want to do that. I usually just do them like this. So you want to start with a piece of, we're going to use a bias tape maker to do this. And this is going to be a really quick demo on how to do this. This is what it is. I'm using one that'll make an inch bias tape, okay? So you want to start by cutting, I'm just going to use one strip because that's all I need for this. Cut it at a 45-degree angle so you can slide it into this, turn this upside down. The iron's hot. I'm going to try and do this right-handed. Turn it upside down. And if you want to get over the top of this, you'll see this little slit here. To help get your fabric through it, just use a pen and push it through and it'll come out the end here, pull it, okay? Okay, situate your fabric strip so it's actually going through there evenly. Now you want to press this little end first. Press that. Now, I'm going to pin it. You don't have to, but the directions say to pin it, so I'll pin it onto my mat so I can keep pulling. Then I'm going to take the iron and, oh, this little tab here, so you can pull it. Isn't that cute? And then just, if you need to stand up to look at this, please do. Okay, now, so that's my whole strip. All right, so this next step, this is it, okay? I have it pressed. Then you're gonna fold it and press it again. Okay, we'll pretend that whole strip's pressed. Oh, look, it's pressed, ta-da. Now you need to top stitch it. And I did it in brown so you can see my terrible top stitching, but it works. And at this point, I have this whole strip top stitch. So I just cut off, I think I make mine like 4.5 inches. Oh, that's 4.5 inches. Then I fold it in half, and on this pot holder that we just layered, just pull back one of the corners and stick it in between your ironing board cover and your block and pin it in place. Now you're ready to sew. And I think, oh, Okay, we're gonna pin all around this. Pin, 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 okay? We pinned around it. Now I'm gonna sew it. Oh look, I already got it sewed up.
Good job.
And here, I know, I'm so good, I just snapped my finger. I left a little hole in here so I could turn it inside out. Right side out. Excuse me, we have an English teacher here. You're correct, right side out, because, oh look, there's my little tab, so that kind of helps me pull it. So if we pull this completely inside out, and then you want to take a little stuff it tool or a chopstick or something and poke all your little corners out. Okay. Okay, all my corners are poked out, right? Okay. Oh look, it's done. So now, we're doing good here. Okay, so now, I know. So then we just tuck our little tab, the little open end, tuck it underneath, pin it, got that? And then we're gonna, oh, I have to hand sew that closed, sorry. I haven't figured out how to do that in machine yet. Gotta hand sew that closed. And look, I got it all hand sewed closed. Yay! So now I'm ready to quilt it. All right, you do want your walking foot on for this. Actually, when you're doing the whole entire thing, you want to use your walking foot because it's so thick. There's so many, there's 4 layers there. So I just have my walking foot on the whole time. All right, now, I'm not real swift when it comes to quilting, but hey, I always put my needle in the down position. So when I stop, it's down. Make your stitch a little bit longer. Okay, and then just start, for this particular one, if you want to learn how to quilt, this is a good time to do something small like this. I'm just doing it in the ditch. Go around the whole entire thing. All right, one more. And because I am rather lazy, I'm just gonna put a big X in the center. Okay, so I'm just gonna eyeball it and go through the center here. Let's see how I do. So far, so good. I'm gonna do a couple of stitches right in it. Yeah. Now I'm gonna pick it up. Again, this is because I'm lazy. I'm actually gonna move the whole entire thing over here to the next corner. Drop it.
Jackie,
Yeah.
could you do 3 sides, then go across the middle, and then come back?
You know, I can't. I know there's a puzzle where you can work that out, but I'm not smart enough to figure that out. A couple of stitches right in the corner there to hold it, and then go across again. Uh-oh, I didn't do very good on that one. Oh well. And then we're gonna do a couple of stay stitches in this corner, and guess what? This is done. Make sure you trim everything. Make sure that big stitch that you picked up and moved, where is it? You clip that off. Okay. Clip, clip. And there's a lot of threads here. All right, so this one's all done and ready to go. I recommend using all your old blocks for this. Voila! Okay. Thank you very much, and if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and like this video. Thank you.